It is 8:12. Francis.
All right, Sukanya, thank you. All right, you know that the mind of Lionel, our news decoder, is always churning. So he's joining us on this Monday morning with the topic of police and excessive violence. So, Lionel, we have seen this time and time again recently, you know, with the situation at Baruch College. People are calling that excessive force, the pepper spraying, police all over the place, the video being mocked. But you have coined this as the hyper-militarization of police.
Exactly. First, let's give the obligatory preface out.
Yes.
We appreciate what the police do. 99.9% are wonderful people, and it's so sad that such a small fraction of the entire military, excuse me, I just Freudian slipped there, the police. That being said,
I hear the but.
Are you seeing more and more an escalation? Look at what's in the news lately. Lieutenant John Pike, he is the pepper spray, the man who crop dusted these students for no particular reason. Now he's an internet meme. You're seeing more and more people tasered. You're seeing kids pulled out of schools in handcuffs for things and behaviors that years ago would have been overlooked.
Now let me ask you this. Is it because these days everybody has a cell phone? Everybody is just a click finger away from recording and capturing that image.
Thank God we are. Thank God we're able to do this. Imagine what it would be if we couldn't document this. Imagine what that fine case in Syracuse would be without that recording. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and a recording is worth 10,000.
So you're saying it's not something that has been going on and on and on, and it's just now we're just seeing.
But there's something that's happening here, and Deborah Alfarone's incredible piece this morning makes me think about something. Police have to realize that there's going to be more and more protests coming up for reasons that we can talk about later. I don't know if a lot of police agencies are able to handle crowd control, who are able to understand that it is a First Amendment right, not a privilege, but a right for people to protest. Now, granted, some kids are dirty and sloppy, and their message is ill-defined, but we're going to see more and more of this.
All right.
When you hand out riot gear to people who, let's face it, may not be used to this type of crowd control, you're asking for problems. And there seems to be an escalation all over the country, kind of almost a tacit approval that this is the way it goes. And look at the way people looked at the way Occupation Wall Street were treated. We almost have an ambivalence towards people who dare to speak out. And if you see this type of reckless behavior at a Best Buy, and people are trampling each other, citizens, forget the police, and they're happy, and they've got money, at Christmas, imagine if there was a food shortage or a bank run.
Or some kind of something catastrophic in reality. So is this going to be the norm? What is this doing to the imagery that we have of a police officer as a public servant, as the guy who's hanging out there that we call and say, oh my gosh, you know, somebody ran off with my purse. Come help me, save me.
Excellent question. There was a time when the police officer, Andy Taylor, I don't want to really go back too far, but the peace officer, the constable, public servant. There was a time in this country when you never saw a police officer wearing SWAT gear. Now they're constantly with helmets, M4s, automatic weapons.
Become almost desensitized to it.
It's a slow and deliberate habituation, an acclimation of the people to more and more military and police. There be no distinction between the two.
Quickly, is it going to change?
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. All right, there you go. Last word from Lionel, our news decoder. Thank you. You can catch this conversation with Lionel on Twitter at Lionel Media. You can also catch him later today on the news at 5 and the news at 10. 8:16.